Welcome back. Well, markets are still cat on the wall, isn't it, Anuj?
They are, and the only thing is that at least today we have one sector which is doing well, which is pharma. That is clearly showing a massive traction. I think a lot depends on the bank nifty because that's the one which has been a bit iffy, but taking some support at 34,600, 650 on the bank nifty. So I think that could be interesting. The morning low somewhere on that mark. I think that's something to keep an eye on.
Well, I don't know if the RBI's financial stress report is a factor that's holding back the Nifty Bank. Macquarie has a very interesting, bar chart. For this March, RBI's earlier financial stability report had forecast 12.5% NPAs. We have turned out with 7.5%. So RBI repeatedly says this is a model. This is not that we have gone into, we have not done an asset quality review to come to this number. So, the model will have to be perfected, and it's perhaps not an old enough model. So it has in the past not exactly forecast or things have not panned out the way it has forecast. Maybe that's holding behind, I don't know. But then ICICI, there are some banks which are still doing well. At least the index is in the green. But, it's not saying much. It's just about flat to green. The mid-caps are still holding their own. And as you point out, it's the pharma stocks that are doing very well. In a bit, we will have Kiran Mazumdar joining us. We're just waiting to get connected to her. Yes, Kiran is with us. Good morning, Kiran. Thank you very much indeed for taking our call in what is a busy morning for you, I know. Well, I just wanted to know what confidence can you give in terms of what is the percentage of population that can be vaccinated by, say, September? We've got Zydus asking for permission, and I think their capacity is 1 crore. They've sought emergency use authorization. Moderna has got emergency use authorization. So where do things stand in terms of monthly numbers?
So basically, Lata, I feel that what we need to do is to basically make sure we have as many vaccines as we possibly get our hands on. And I think we also need to do mix and match studies because that will give you the ability to speed up vaccinations without having to worry about people not having access to certain vaccines for their second shots. So I think that's really what the strategy should be, that get as many vaccines approved as possible and, focus on vaccinating as many people as possible. And with the mix and match, data and, strategy or policy, you can actually get a large number of people vaccinated in a shorter time.
You told us last time as well that we should try out this mix and match. But the government has still been sticking with you have to choose, you get the vaccine that is available and the same one has to be repeated for both doses. What is the progress? I mean, have you been able to convince the ICMR or the concerned people who are making these decisions? Is there even thinking on the way?
Well, I hope they are thinking about it because there is enough data and enough mix and match trials going around the world for the very reason that you don't want to be short of vaccines when you have to come for the second shot. And I think there's enough data being generated in many of these trials that shows that it's even better than giving 2 doses of the same vaccine.
Okay, so Kiran, hi, good morning. So on the booster shot, what is your, there is a lot of, there is lack of clarity on whether you need a booster shot or not. What kind of booster shot do you need to take? What's your advice on that?
Well, I think data is still being generated when it comes to booster shots because we still don't have durability of response data for any of the vaccines in a way that will tell you when do you need the booster shot. So I think, that is something that we will have to wait for. But it looks like most of these vaccines will be durable for at least a year, if not more. So that is good news, I would say.
Okay, so good news that the vaccines would be durable for a year, if not more. Thank God for that. Do you expect more approvals to come in for any imported vaccine, maybe Pfizer, because that's something that everyone is looking forward to?
Yes, I think, the Pfizer CEO recently at a conference did say that they were in the final stages of negotiations for approval with the Indian government and the Indian regulator. So I'm hoping that with Moderna being approved, I think Pfizer should follow.
Okay. How does it proceed from here on in terms of Moderna? Some companies have to tie up, right, and manufacture it here.
No, it doesn't have to be manufactured because these are
Imported,
being imported right now. But yes, at some stage it would be good to manufacture them at least as a fill and finish. But as you know, mRNA vaccines are far more delicate than the other viral vector or the subunit vaccines. And therefore, I think there is a need to basically import it for the time being.
Okay, how do you think policy will proceed? Will the imported vaccines, now that, a couple of them have been approved, will these be only for the private market? So basically domestic vaccines, biotech plus biological E when it comes, plus serum will be available for the government, 75%, 25% private, and all the imported go only to the private. You expect things to proceed that way?
Well, when there is a dearth of vaccines, then obviously it will go to the private market if that's the only route that's available. But I think when vaccines are procured in bulk by the government, then I would expect a large number of people to be able to access it. I mean, the government will allow that access to a large number of people.
Okay, so, at what point do you expect the supply of vaccines to be so plentiful that it is even more than demand?
I would expect in August, by August, September, we should have it.
Oh, that's pretty quick. Then what do you think should be the government's priority? Should it be communication to overcome vaccine hesitancy? We have not concentrated on that because we are not even able to vaccinate those who are willing to get vaccinated. You think that will be the next big step once we are comfortable on supply?
Yeah, I think that would be the right approach.
Okay. Sonia?
But I think in any case, vaccine hesitancy should be something that we should work on right now.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely, especially given what's happening in the villages. But will Biocon be tying up for importing of any of the vaccines?
At the moment, I can't make any comments, because I just don't think I have enough information to share with you.
All right.
But is there an opportunity that you could be considering over the next, say, 6 months or so?
Well, as I said, I can't rule out anything. I will need to leave now because I have to go for a meeting.
Right. Sorry, I know we caught you on your way to a very important meeting. Thank you very much, Kiran, for joining us with your thoughts. Kiran has just left us with a niggling doubt that maybe even they are looking at some of the vaccine areas. That's always a positive. The more, the bigger in this fray, the better for all of us. So that's the word coming in. Kiran would be an authoritative voice here, and if she thinks that by August, maybe at 1st September, supply will outstrip demand, then we are in a better position. Anuj.
Yes, indeed. Hopefully there's more supply and everyone's vaccinated sooner than later. But let's do one thing now. Let's talk about the market, because it's clear that the mid caps are having a bit of a field run once again today, and you're seeing a lot of names now joining in: Marico, Jubilant Foodworks, PI Industries. So many of these stocks doing well. Mitesh Thakkar and Prakash Kaba now joining us back. Morning again, Mitesh. Your thoughts on the first hour and what would be your stock calls now?
On a subdued one, the opening got sold into. Very clearly, I think the market isn't going anywhere, but pharma stocks are very interesting, so I have Aurobindo Pharma as one of these stocks. Just a buy with a stop at 980 for targets of 1030, and one sell. Infosys looks very overbought, could possibly give a pullback. It's come down a bit, but around 1550, sell with a stop at 1561 for targets of 1525.
And Prakash, good morning. What are you going with?
Good morning, Anuj. Yes, pharma certainly looks good to me. I'm also going with pharma. Glenmark looks good. Very good chance. We can see it climb to around 670 to 680 zones. Stop below 652 should be fine on Glenmark. It's going up. The second stock that I like is Granules India. I think Granules India has run up looks good. The momentum is very good. The target on the upside is in the vicinity of 355 to 375 zones, top below 336. It's a matter of time. Day or two, it's going up there, granules.
Okay, gentlemen, thanks a lot for joining us and